always, I'm Tess, and the wonderful man behind the camera is my husband, Randy.
Hey, trying to get all our stuff together.
Our little duckies are not necessarily listening to us tonight, but it's okay. Today.
Where are my glasses? Oh, there they are. Now I can see stuff.
There you go. So we're here in our earlier time session this week, which I absolutely love. It's 7 o'clock here in Albania, and 6 in our UK time zones, and 1 o'clock back home in the Eastern Standard Time. And so we're here today to do some more Christmas designs for you, some fun things. But how was your week? Let me know. If you're here, say hi in the group. We're usually a little slower getting started on this time zone, so let's see.
There it is. We have one person in here.
Who's here? I'm not even close to being.
Danny's here.
Hi, Danny. How are you, hon?
I think that was
Hold on, my group's
Guelph lady. She was in the hospital.
Oh, Christy Poison.
Yes.
Hi, Christy. How are you? How are things there?
We have 4 people in the group. Where are you?
Hi.
Are you in there yet?
I am not there yet. I am trying desperately to get there. Did you turn the sound off on this thing? Yes.
Yes, I did.
Okay, there we go. I think we're there.
Everybody say hi.
Yeah, make sure you let me know you're here. Oh, Randy, you've got it. I can't ever get this thing to break out for me. But anyways, how are y'all?
Break out, shake out.
You're busted. Anyways. These earlier time zones, I have way more energy for these lives, and that's a scary thing, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, jeez.
What?
I'm not getting anything on mine. You're getting a whole bunch, so you're going to have to scroll through.
There's Maureen. Hi, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Sharon DeVries, nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Yes, happy Thanksgiving. Is everyone ready for tomorrow? Tomorrow, right? Yeah, Thursday. Sorry.
What's today?
Well, it's not that. I'm Canadian, and our Canadian Thanksgiving is in October, the first weekend in October. So ours is done and gone. Randy's is this week. However, here in Albania, the expats are doing a thing, but we are now in full-on prep mode. Sunday, we start our move to go to Montenegro. It's a big, long thing. We will not be having this Sunday. We will not be having the workroom,
Nope.
And there will not be a live next week. So just putting that out there now for everyone.
We had to push our trip back because
yes, they're not ready for us in Montenegro. So we have to be out of here on Sunday. So we're leaving here Sunday. We're going further north to the Albanian-Montenegro border in a really cute town called Shroda. And we're going to stay there for 3 days because we're thinking about staying there after our Montenegro is done, because it looks really, really cute. We have friends that just moved there. But anyways, the expat group is doing the Thanksgiving thing here this week, but we will not be involved because we are on full-on packing up, getting ready, getting last-minute projects done.
And honestly, I haven't celebrated American Thanksgiving
in
for
6-7 years.
7 years,
Yeah.
Maureen's cutting up onions and celery.
Oh,
sounds like she's tearing up.
Yeah, I did an Italian wedding soup today, if that counts. I was chopping too. That's sort of our go-to favorite. It's raining. We are dead into rainy season. We had flooding on the roads overnight. So it's good soup weather. So that's what we've done. But yay, all right. So today we are going to make 2 different designs. Little centerpieces or little areas for tables around a party or your own home for the Christmas season. I know it's Thanksgiving, but we gotta prepare early.
They're full on.
We're full on into Christmas.
Oh, there's Karen.
Hi, Karen. How are you? Nice to see you.
Maureen, we're gonna get 6 inches this weekend.
I know. Our daughter and my mom and dad have kept me well informed into this winter snow watch that's going on. You guys are going to get dumped on. I am sorry for that.
It is horrible here. It's going to be, in the teens.
Celsius. Or like low 60s here.
60s,
but,
50s.
Yeah, we can't gloat too much because there's people in Florida here that come visit us that are having much nicer weather than we are. But we're in like serious rainy season. But that's okay. It's still nice and warm. Randy still goes out and gets our groceries. He gets wet, but he's not freezing, so that's okay.
But my feet are soaking wet.
Oh, wow. All right. See how much sympathy he gets? Like, totally.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Karen's going, yeah, okay, she lives in northern Wales. And
you must be getting cold too, right?
Rain.
Yes. All right, so we're going to do a snowman. This is the baby snowman. I'm going to do a little bit larger version for you with some arms, but I just did this as sort of a mock-up. And this cute little gnome guy, what do you think? I like him. I think he would be really cute. You know, if you have an artificial tree or whatever, you could even sit a bunch of them in a tree. It'd be really cute. And they're so easy to make. So we thought we would do that. What's Danny saying?
Danny says, I have that snowman on my list of designs
There we go.
to do, but floor size.
Okay, yes, absolutely, you can do it floor size. We have now gained access to balloons. It's now just logistics getting them here. We have figured all that out, finally. A very nice man in Greece, Lion Balloons, is going to put it on a bus for us. Randy's going to take a bus down to Greece and pick them up, but they're going to sort of meet halfway. So it's worked out, but man, it's not easy.
Karen, it's been freezing, but a bit warmer tonight.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad. Yeah. All right, so I'm using linking balloons. You don't have to use linking balloons. It's what I've got in large white ones for the time being. So I don't want you to think you have to use the linking balloons. You don't.
Danny goes, gnomes are my favorite garden decor.
Yeah, mine too, right? So this is a 12-inch Decomex linking balloon, actually, that I had brought with me. And let's see. I don't even know how big I made it. It's sort of probably close to maxed out. Yeah, it's 11 inches is what I've made that. But I wanted to leave a little room because I want to round them out. I don't want them to be too oblong. So really work getting him round because that'll help with sitting him down. And what I've done is similar to like our cauldrons, I make the 260 loop on the bottom, the stand for him to sit on.
So if you're going to make a bigger one of these, Danny, you can make your own linking balloon.
Yeah, base.
With the video that we put up.
There you go, yeah. This is just a bit too big. So you want it to sit on the round, not inside the round too much, but that's pretty much right there where I want that to go. And if you make it, it's better to make it a little too big than a little too small, because if you make it too big, you can always throw a pinch twist in the back there to shorten it up a little bit if you need to. Okay, make sure this guy is nice and round as well. I'm going to cut off my nubbin at the bottom. And I'm going to use the linking balloon to connect to the top. But that could be your neck, right? If you were using a standard round, you would put this side down and then have your top up. I'm just choosing, this is less voluminous than that neck. Okay. Remember the need to see, Tess. Okay. Sorry, guys. How was your week, everyone? Tell me. Are you doing good? Are you all ready for Thanksgiving? Maureen, how many people are you having over? All the kids? And grandkids?
Maureen's going to have probably a house full and then some.
I would imagine. All right, so making sure that your top that you're going to connect to is centered, right? You don't want it to be offside. That is always my nemesis, is making sure it's centered. Okay, and there you go. So I put 4 blue dashes on the 260, and then I lowered the 12-inch down. Now, if you needed this to be heavier, you could put some sand in the bottom of it. What?
14, maybe 2 more. You're charging an entry fee, right?
Hot luck, right? Like in our house, traditionally, the host does the turkey and the potatoes, and everyone else brings the side dish or a dessert, right?
Or I just stay in the kitchen and cook.
Well, yeah, that's the best place for you sometimes.
Hey, now.
All right, now we're going to do the same thing with another white glow round balloon. Again, I'm using my linking balloon, but we're going to go a little bit smaller. So if that was 11, we'll probably aim for 9. Let's see how that 9. How does that look? Yeah, I like that. Okay. Make sure you tie it nice and tight and get it round as well. Again, you don't want them to look like it got smushed.
Couldn't sleep the other night, so I counted everybody. 14 siblings, 78 grandchildren, 70 great-grandkids, and 2 in the oven. That's just immediate family. That's hardly any. Very small this year for her 14,
yes,
maybe 2.
14 siblings on just Maureen's side. That's not even counting James' side, right? So,
Well, I mean, just coming to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we had that with, what did I just do? I just messed up. Anyways, it's okay. We had that with my mom's side of the family. One of her sisters had 6 kids, and all of us were older with, spouses and kids. We rented a hall in an arena, Canada, right? There's a hockey arena every, mile as per county laws. But
as per the Canadian Constitution.
Yes, exactly. So we would rent. They had halls. You could rent for occasions and banquets and stuff. We would rent one of those for our family get together because no one's house could withstand that many people. Like it was just chaotic, and we all did potluck. It was great. All right. So I am going to take and cut off the excess of the necks because. I can't believe I did that. I'm going to have to glue that down. The linking balloon does help on the head, I will say that, but it is doable, and now I'll be able to show you how to do it. I don't like the weeble wobble, so what I do, I take a few glue dashes and I put around his neck. But I guess it should be a little nowadays it's hard to get that many family members together. Like that, it is a good thing. It's a lot of work, but it is a good thing to have everybody come and see each other. Keep the connections there. All right, so again, I'm going to keep them apart until I want to connect them and make sure it goes down straight. Okay, see? And that gives you a little bit more of a wider connection, and so it's not just weebling and wobbling all over the place. All right.
We weren't allowed to get that many people together in my family.
You're all crazy, that's why. Okay.
I believe it was an ordinance put in by a judge.
Smart judge. Knowing your family. All right, so trim off your neck. We're going to make this scarf, right, which is really cute. We're going to come around. And it comes off to the side just a little bit. You can go forward, but I like it off to the side just a little bit. We're going to spin those. Now, you have a choice. You can put a little pinch twist.
Emily's here.
Hi, Emily. How are you?
I haven't seen your mom come in yet.
Yeah. Are you off of school today, or are you on lunch? All right, so we're gonna cinch that down, trim it off nice and close so you can't see it. Okay. Now, y'all know I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, right? So I don't like them flailing around. So I'm going to glue them down just a little bit, well, a lot of it, so they stay stationary. So you can see I added the pinch twist there, but on my original I did not. So the smaller one, I just didn't think it needed it. But on this little, the big brother, so I thought, you know what? We'll give him a cute little pinch twist.
Oh, Mom is sitting right next to me.
Oh, they're probably together for Thanksgiving. Well, and Mom babysits.
Yeah.
Emily, I believe, right?
Also, we are
Hi,
off
Tess.
school this entire week.
Ooh, nice. Nice. I know my daughter would have liked that back in the day. All right, so from here, we're going to build the hat. And we're going to do that with another Linkaling. See, my theory in packing everything is I brought a lot of Linkalings with me because they're really expensive. I didn't want to have to rebuy those. And here I am with only Linkalings. Sorry, it's a little dry in here. And a little warm.
Hint, hint.
All right. Now that I can talk again. Sorry about that, ladies. And gentlemen, we've been having a lot of guys watch on YouTube, so hello to all of you as well.
Yeah, one of these days we really do have to do a YouTube
Live
one,
right?
to get our numbers up.
Oh, that's tickling my throat. All right, so as always for an apple blossom, you tie very close to the neck, right? As close as you can. Start pulling that through. Spin it off. Okay, so you can see I've got the neck kind of shoved down into the tip of my Linkaloon. But you would just have it on the round part. Okay, and you're going to spin around. Tie that off in a double knot. I am so sorry, guys. Hold on.
Did you swallow a bug?
No. Oh.
Well, tickle in the back of your throat sometimes.
All right, so we're going to trim off all this excess. We don't need it. Stand our little guy up. We're gonna make his hat.
Are you going to make him a dapper fellow? Have it askew?
Askew, we could, but I know. So, if you wanted to do like a black hat and have it askew, you absolutely could. That was not my aesthetic for this one, though, Mr. Ramirez. Okay, so I've just added the glue dashes on there to hold it in. I don't know if the bugs are coming in. He's opened the door for me because I'm hot. What else is new? And now the bugs are going to attack me. Okay, right there in the center of it all. Okay, we're going to then take another red 260. We're going to make his brim of his hat. Make sure you give yourself a long enough neck to tie them together, right? Soften it up a little bit, smooth it out. Make sure that your neck there and your neck here are in the same spot. Ask me how I know about that. If you know, you know.
I know.
All right, so there we go. We've got his brim of his hat. And then we can do the top a couple of different ways, but we're just going to do a very easy
Poof.
poof at the top. So I'm just taking the closed end of a 260. You could do how we're going to do on the gnome. You'll see that technique as well. Okay, so I've just left enough to give him a little pom-pom on the top. Trim that off. Put a little bit of glue so he stays down nicely. What would we do without glue, right? And there we go. Okay, that's the main part, everything all done. Okay, now we can go back. I'm going to put him back here for a minute. We can go back and make him some arms. Okay? Stay. We got a little breeze coming in. All right. that's okay. We don't need a full one. Absolutely not. Okay. So, you're going to measure how far out you want his arms to be. In fact, they probably should be 160s. But anyways, we're going to use what we got. So I want the actual arm to be about that long. I think that'll look right. Then I'm going to make 2 pinch twists. You know me, I love my pinch twist anchors. Okay. And give him a little bend so he doesn't look weird. Ow. That was loud. Spin it around. You don't have to tie it off, just spin it around. Okay?
So Maureen's wondering if the apple blossom 5 or 11.
Oh, on the hat, yes, a 5.
5.
We're using Sempertex, they're 6. Okay, so right underneath that, he's a little offside there, right underneath the scarf, we're gonna put his little arm out. Bend him to your will.
How Tess does to me.
Sometimes. Okay. So match your arm length because you don't want him to be lopsided. Okay, so that's my arm length there. Pinch twist. Pinch twist.
Maureen's working along with us.
Oh, is she? Yay!
Yeah.
Awesome. Can't wait to see it.
But much slower.
That's okay. We get faster with practice and time. And confidence, right? Don't forget that. I like to pretend that I'm a confident woman. Sometimes it's not easy, right? Things can get in your head. All right, so we're going to come out equally on this side. Okay. So, looking a little crazed with these arms right now, but we're going to do little mittens for him. So,
what's that? What's what?
what's what? The arms? Okay, so for his hands, we're gonna do a little pinch twist. So a little bubble, pinch it, anchor it down through the bar.
Oh, confidence.
Oh, yes. Yeah, right, it's hard. Okay, a little fold over, just a little one, okay? And then if you want to get really cutesy about it, you can make a little bubble. See if this will work. Sometimes I lose it when I try and get cute.
A little bit cutesy.
Right? A little thumb, a mitten. So then take your end from your arm, spin it around.
We should bring that forward so they can see that.
I should. Okay. So there you can see, okay, we've got our little pinch twist to the back, his mitten and his thumb, and I will probably see, when I get cute, I lose everything. Thank you. Thank you.
How would our daughter say that? She says it so, instead of like regular, she says mitten.
Oh yeah.
She
Our
has.
daughter really pronounces the T's. Mitten, kitten, curtain. It's cute. It's adorable. I love when she does it.
And then she gets on my case when I say coupon.
Yeah. It's not coupon. It's coupon. And he says onion weird too. But I think we've had that conversation on here. Okay.
Don't pick on my Pennsylvania roots.
Okay, go run in the creek.
That's what we did.
All right. It's okay, Randy. I think I picked on you enough today.
So says whom?
Me. You can tell when my mom is mom on here. Hi, mom, if you are.
Nope.
You can tell when my mom likes Randy and when she doesn't like Randy because it'll be either my given name is Teresa, right? My mom and dad call me Teresa, but I go by Tess. And you can tell when she likes Randy and when she doesn't like Randy because sometimes she'll tell me I pick on him too much. Oh, Teresa, you shouldn't pick on him so much, especially on camera. And other times it's oh, Randy, don't you say that. She just gives him crap. So
Most of the time it's, oh, Randy.
yes. Or she'll pick on him. Like it's the apple of the tree here. I get it from my mom. She likes to razz.
Yeah, but then I say stuff.
Yeah, you take it too far.
There is no such thing in my family.
All right, so you can see the little arms. I've got him holding a scarf and his belly, his jelly belly like mine. We're just going to do his nose. And if you have a Cricut or a Cameo, I highly recommend you cutting your eyes and mouth. I don't, so I have to rely on my handy dandy marker. Let's see here. Okay, so I like to use a cut end because you can shape it just a little bit better. The rounded ends at the end of your 260 don't give you a really great carrot top nose look. Helps fight. Oh, there's a big old hole in it, that's why. Okay, hold on. We could just shorten it past the hole. We don't need that whole thing anyways. I feel like I'm holding a child and you know.
Hug a balloon.
Okay, so the trick with these is to make them super soft so you can get like a taper to it. Okay? Tie it off. Trim it out. And then, except I lost my, hold on one sec. I have another orange. Let me try that again. I didn't tie it tight enough for manipulation. Okay, so let's try this again. Make it soft at your tip so you can sort of see it's starting with that. Make it as long as you want it. Tie it off tight. Cut it. You're going to cut this one close as well. But then you're going to just sort of manipulate it a little bit to try and get you that taper. Okay? So you can see it's going from a little bit smaller to a little bit bigger. And that's what you want.
Excuse me.
Okay? And then we are going to full on just glue them on. And pardon me, I'm going to look at his face so I get this dead center. Okay, and there we go. There's your nose, okay? I have to look at it. Just 1 sec. Even looking at it, it's hard to do with the marker.
where practice comes into play.
That's where confidence comes into play. You have to just sort of go for it. And it's a hard thing because at this point you've done a lot of work to get it in there, right? Like to get everything made. And one slip of the marker and you could be like, ah. Right? I've done it. I did it tonight on the other one. You have to go back and then you make it just a little bit bigger to cover your...
Oh, we have Andrea Harper here.
Hi,
From
Andrea.
the UK.
Nice to have you on. It's a better time zone for you guys today. Every other week we're on at this time. All right, so there we go. There's our not Santa's, Snowman. All right, so we did the bigger and the smaller version.
Medium and large.
Or husband and wife, you know, whatever you want. With and without arms. Okay, so you can decide which size and style you want. This guy I did to 8-inch on the bottom and 5-inch on the top. This, as I said, was 11 and 9. Okay, so just so you have an idea of sizes. All right, cute, right? I think they're adorable. Don't mind the horrible drawing skills, okay? But they're fun, and they're a cute design. Like I said, if you're using them as a centerpiece, a couple things. You could glue some weights on the bottom. Like I used bargain balloons a while ago. We're sending out these magnet weights on these ribbon strips, and I saved them. I hoarded them like crazy because I could glue them to the bottom of these things, and they would stand really nice. So anything like that, or you could put sand in the bottom of your bigger balloon. Okay, you could fill it up with a little bit of sand so it stands nicely. Please don't use water. We've all talked about that many, many times. Water is dangerous because you can damage it if it's popped, okay? But cute little designs around a Christmas tree, a little vignette. If you're taking pictures of your kids, they'd be adorable, all right?
Also, if anyone uses those air walkers, because that's what we also
Yes.
did too. The air walkers had the weights, and we would.
They come with glue, adhesion on them. Just glue them up on there. It's great.
Maureen, oh sure, now you tell us.
Ah, sorry.
Carletta's here.
Hi, Carletta. How are you?
Lunchtime.
Lunch. All right. Love it. Love it. All right. So the next one, I thought I'd show you. I have a thing for gnomes, and maybe because they remind me of Randy. I just thought of that. The beard, right? The white beard.
Sure, it's the beard. It's not the stature, the compromising positions that
You
they're
don't
in.
have a big nose.
No, I do not.
But I thought these are really cute, and I thought I'd show you as your challenge this week how to make these. Because if you sit and break it down, it is so simple, guys. Who here have done the tulip flower? That's what it's built on. So we're going to do that really quick. All right, the tulip flower is a six-way bend. Okay. Remember to soften it. You don't want it to be firm when you're doing this one at all. He's adorable. We love gnomes. Yeah, I do too, right? Okay, so I do. Look at that. I got marker on my from doing the first one. All right, so a little bit bigger. It depends on how big you want to make it. You can make this giant size. You can scale this up to be like a full-on. Do it with 360s. This could be a 12, 18-inch on top. You know, you could scale it. But they're so cute. You could, if you're giving presents to little kids, put one of these on top of the presents. They would have to play with all Christmas Day. They would love it. Okay, so you're folding over. Make sure they're equal lengths. That is the biggest thing on this one to make it look consistent. Equal lengths, okay?
Until it gets by the Christmas tree and pops.
Well, yeah, you have to be careful, but that's true of anything. All right, so the unique one on this is the third. When we do the third spin, right, make sure it's quite soft, because the third one really is your anchor, and you're going to push it through your first and your second. Okay, pull it up, so consistent sizes. So that third one is really anchored in there, all right? You're going to come down the opposite direction with your fourth.
Unless
or
it
you
does
break
that.
the balloon. Hulk smash. That was me. But not a big deal. We're just going to tie it off. Okay, so I just tied it back in. Trim them off a little bit. Okay. Again, soften it up, but don't do it. Okay. Consistent length. Come over, spin in the middle, and then you're going to travel to the opposite length. I like to open these up to get it fit in there. Spin. Come over the opposite way. Again, opening it up. Come back down to the middle. Give yourself some length. And then cut it off. Some people just go ahead and snip down here and cut it off. You notice I never do, right? Because I'm cheap. I keep these for tie-ins, for all sorts of amazing things that you can use them for. That end is really good for making centers of flowers. Okay, and then I find my neck.
Also, when you have to piece something in like that.
Yeah, those little scraps, they add up. Okay, now you sit here and you fiddle with them to get it all laid out nicely. Okay, so there's our beard, or our tulip flower is really what it was first designed as, I think.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin, yeah, all those things, okay? And then I thought of adding black to sort of simulate boots on them, right? Oh, that's brown. He's gonna have brown boots. Okay, that's fine.
Of course he is. You know why he has brown boots?
Let's see if this one works. This one went through the laundry from last week. Let's see if it...
Oh, yes, it did. Someone had a balloon in her pocket.
In my apron, I think.
Yeah.
We'll see if it works. It's got no powder left on it. Oh, it's brown as well. Oh, well. Here we go. No, it's not. That one through the laundry is going out.
Yeah. He's going to have brown boots because, let's face it, most people have brown boots.
No. Black is traditional. Ooh, I don't like these brown. Hey, Randy.
You what?
Can you go find me a black one? This brown is very thin. Very, very thin. I don't like it. It's going to pop in a second. I'm not going to hazard that. But in the meantime, we can go on. I'm going to make this one purple. So...
Is this black or blue?
I think that's black. There we go, black. Okay. We are back on track with black.
That's a lot of bees.
Thanks, love. All right, so it's really just a cute little fold over, nothing major, quite small. Like if I had to measure it, flying out, it's 4 inches folded over.
That's your consistency.
Yeah.
The 4.
Yeah. Okay, soften. Do another fold over. How are we doing for time?
We are doing awesome. It's early here, so we're awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so it's just the same as doing a daisy flower, but you're going to do 4 petals instead of 5. Ooh, that's too small. Come on over the other side. Okay. Again, I give myself a little bit of space to cut it off to save the rest of my 260. Okay, wrap that around. You don't have to tie it if you wrap it around.
We got to make sure that we find all our balloon straps and didn't have any launched up above.
Oh, I am notorious for just letting them fly like rockets. I use them as weapons. I try and nail Randy in the back of the head half the time. I can't believe anyone does that. All right, so I found the neck of my white, or my ending part on one of my whites, and I just tied that in. And then you just have them stand upright, right?
Let me bring this in closer.
Little feet. Little foot.
That was, what's that from?
Little
Land
foot.
Before Time.
Huh?
Land Before Time.
Yes. Yeah. Very sad that they had to stop that because the little girl died. All right. Then, so a 5-inch balloon. Fill her up. So it's a little soft. You don't want it to be too big, right? Because it would look awkward. Sort of the same circumference as your tulip flower, okay? But the difference is you're going to tie like you're doing an apple blossom. So right up at the tip, you're going to tie it off. So you have a lot of neck that you can do that with, okay? And that will get you your shape of the hat, okay? Once you have that, if you want, you can, if you've done it really tight or too loose like mine, you can go back and tie it better if you want. But that's really it. Now, you are going to, on the back, so you got to figure out where your feet are that you want in the front. On your back one, you're going to put one glue dash and sort of anchor that guy there. So you can tilt him backwards, right? You don't want him up top because then it's going to look weird. We need that tilt to the back. You can see here on mine, right? It's tilted back. Okay, now we are going to take a blush colored 260, and you only need a piece of it. Okay, and then okay, so it's sort of like a little elongated pearl, okay? But then tie those two together to try and round it out. You can see how it's become quite round. Tie it in a double knot. Trim off your excess. And then in the front, you are going to glue that to your front bubble on your tulip. Okay, there you go. And then you're going to put one on the top to connect to the top of the bottom of the purple hat. Okay, you can see where we're coming all together here, right? Now we're going to take a 160 in a matching color, or you can get creative with this. I like it a little two-tone, like you see. I like the metallic and then like the solid of the same color. Pardon me. Okay. Come around so you can figure out where you need to spin it off to and tie it. Again, better too big than too small because you could put a little pinch twist in the back if you needed to. Okay, round it out. Come on over. It came undone. Or I put a hole in it. Put a hole in it.
Oh no.
Okay, we're gonna try that again.
It did not want a balloon.
It did not. I did it so they could see how to do it again, right? Like,
Yeah.
or an alternate way of doing it. If you don't want to push it back over, you can simply go around, spin it. and tie it right on so you don't have to put it over the head, over the hat. What?
I grabbed the gnome and I'm thinking, exit stage right.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so the thing is you have gaps here, right? So, again, you know me, what's my solution for that? Glue it down. So I'm going to, on the side, right here, put a little glue, just to get it to come down on either side of his nose. I might have made that nose just a little bit bigger than my other one. Keep that in mind. Don't make the nose too big.
It's a gnome.
I know, there's supposed to be a big nose, right?
It's not a Randy, it's a gnome.
There you go. You can see I've gotten it's a little distorted shape, but it's cute, right? And then I have a white 160 from earlier. Is that my only white 160 I have in there?
Maybe?
I've got more in the bag there in the cupboard. And we're going to do the same thing over top of that purple one with a white, just to clean up your edges, to give it a little bit more detail. Come right over top. Did you find it?
No.
Where's the 160 bag in there, Becky? I'm gonna need one, Randy. Okay, so we're just tying it in the back. I love and hate working with 160s. They really are cute and dainty, but my fingers are not dainty. So it gets to be a thing. Okay, you can glue this too if it's not conforming to where you want it to be. Right, just that one side, I want it to hold it down. Okay, and then another white 160. Thank you, Randy, for grabbing it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Just put a little bit of air in. And you're gonna make 5 or 6 pinch twists, depending on how big you want his pom-pom on his hat to be. So, saw nothing.
Roar. Tess smash.
Yeah, apparently today. It is not holding air right there. Okay, I have a hole. So we're going to start that again. Apparently my 160s decided they have a love-hate relationship with me as well. So that's 3. Four.
Today's designs are bringing me inner joy right now.
Oh, I'm so glad. They really are. They're super cute.
Dorbs. What?
Really?
Yes.
Do you know how many times our daughter looks at Randy and goes, "Oh, don't ever do that again."
And so what do I have to do?
He does it just to swear. Okay, so I've done 6. I sort of like how 6 looks. Take your tip of your gnome hat, tie them off nice and tight, then clean up your mechanics. And there's the most adorable little gnome, right?
Her gnomes.
Right? With their little beards and their little hats. It's just so cute. And they're a big hit. Right?
stick them on the Christmas garlands.
Yeah, right? Be adorable. Centerpieces, cheap centerpieces for people. Guys, you know, it's, let's count. Two 260s. One, because you could do the one of the 160s, two 160s, and a little scrap and a 5-incher. Your cost is what? Less than 50 cents to make one of these. It's your time. But if you're doing multiples, you'd get really fast at it. If you're doing production, I would do all the tulips, then all the feet, then all the hats, and then, you know, decorate the 160s and the tassels on the top. You know, you could do these in no time at all.
Oh, and by the way, let's make the homework, the gnomes, and just gnome out the page.
Yes, spam the page with your gnomes. I want to see them. Y'all haven't been doing the challenges. They're about to go away again.
Emily.
Miss Emily. Not talking to you, but really, we're talking to you. But anyways, which do you like better, the purple or the blue? I kind of like the purple.
Maureen, I love how you don't need any special foils or anything.
Yeah, right? They're quick and easy, you know?
Yeah, because half of the time the Christmas stuff that you like and enjoy from the year before that you couldn't get a hold of and hoping that it's going to come out this year and dun dun dun.
Yeah, and you
they
know,
discontinue it.
Yeah. You could get really cute with putting them in presents, you know, a bag. If your kids are giving their kid friends presents, you could throw one in there. It's just a cute little add-on. But sell them. Put them in your garlands for sure. They're adorable. And of course, we can't forget our Frosties. Who's got questions for me?
Not the Wendy's Frosties, just the Frosties.
Frosty the Snowman. Bombard me with your questions. I'm happy to answer whatever you want.
Also, Tess has something to share more about the dentistry here.
Oh, jeez, they don't want to hear about all that.
Yes, they do.
I went yesterday and I had a little cavity in my one front tooth. I had them fill it and I got a cleaning. So, first time I've ever got a filling without any noking. That was an experience. But it really didn't hurt. Like, for a second as he was grinding, but, you know, I was really more worried about getting the needle in the front of my face there would have really hurt. So I started squirming a little bit, and he's like, "You okay? You want Novocaine?" And I'm like, "Is it going to last much longer?" And he goes, no, not really. And so I'm like, "No, just go." And it was quick. And it really would have hurt more with Novocaine. But anyways, it was $35 for the filling and $15. I had a full cleaning. So $55. So it's crazy here, and they're so nice in there. But another little experience. It was painless, really. The cleaning actually, I think, hurt more than the filling. So, and they matched the color, like, you know, coffee drinkers. We're very much coffee drinkers. My teeth are bright white, and they matched it perfectly. I was really worried if I would have like this white patch, but no, he did a really good job. So, dentist for the win for this girl who is paranoid about going to the dentist. I went voluntarily this time. And when we come back in 3 months, like I said, we're going to be staying probably in another city, but I will bus it down here to probably go see them again because they were so good. But who has questions? I just paid $188 for x-rays for my, yes.
$15.
It's crazy. But again, I got on my soapbox last week, you can't compare because the cost of living here is not the same as where you are just outside of Chicago, right? The cost of living is so different. So you can't compare your worth to someone who is not in your same situation, right? So quit asking people. Know your value.
Yeah, it's like comparing apples to persimmons.
Yeah, it just doesn't work. You know, it just doesn't. So it's amazing that we have found this, but in the bigger scope, I wanted to apply it to our industry. How so many, I see on these boards every day, multiple times a day, how much would you charge for this? It can range. What someone would charge $100 for, someone else might be selling for $750. It's so subjective, and it can really mess with your brain and mess up your self-confidence. So don't do it. I know you all wouldn't do it, but or my regulars, but for any newbies out there watching this, please don't do that to yourself. It can mess you up. Okay, learn your pricing. Buy my pricing webinar. I'm not sitting here saying you have to, but know your worth. And if you're struggling with that, please educate yourself because it matters.
And Danny, how is packing and unpacking, moving then moving again?
We don't mind it. It's 2 big suitcases, 2 little suitcases, and my computer bag. And Randy has a backpack.
And I have a backpack that I can pack full of stuff and it's still...
Randy's unique, okay? And he really loves, he thinks he's pulling one over on everybody.
I am.
He does, because we'll go up to the counter at the airports, right? And Randy's just got his bag that probably weighs 50 pounds just slung over his one shoulder like it's nothing, because for Randy, it is nothing. So they don't question it. And if it was me, I'd be like, oh, this thing, and then they go, well, how much does that weigh? And they want to upcharge you. He just plays it off like it's nothing, and
or so, holding it straight out like this.
Yeah, he likes to he plays with them a little bit.
It makes it, hey.
It amuses him.
My joy.
Yes. So, a lot of people would have issues, but it's not like we're packing up like we did when we left Canada. And selling everything off, that's not a thing. You know, we're in the process now of we're eating all we've got in the cupboards. You know, that's why I made a soup today to get rid of a lot of stuff. And we typically go shopping every day, every other day for our food. So it's not like we have big stores of stuff. And so then it's just, you know, packing up your toiletries, and we always like to wash our clothes, and we are very good guests. We wash and make sure all the towels are done so that all they have to do is sheets when we leave, or sometimes I'll even put the sheets in the wash. And for those that don't know, Randy and I used to have a business in Hawaii where we were like white glove, very high-end cleaners. So, you know, I do that for them when we leave places. We've always got 5-star reviews when we've left. So it's just that, but we don't mind, and it's something that we take pride in. So it's not really a big deal for us.
Yeah.
And we're excited for the new adventure, right?
Yeah, different area, more like this instead of like this.
Huh?
The next area is more like
this.
Yes.
Okay, where we're going to is much more mountainous. We're going to be walking up hills and everything, versus here is very flat. Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing the Sound of Music. The hills are alive.
Right. Our calf muscles are going to get one hell of a workout.
They're going to be popping. Yes. And Danny, every time I hear that how much question, I try to explain what others can't give you. I got the slow connection. Give you pricing with more info, because it's annoying when people ask that question.
It really is. It really is annoying, and I have to refrain from writing a big long thing myself because I don't want to come off sounding preachy. But yeah, it really is irrelevant. And if you want to pick out the newbies and the fly-by-nighters that we talked about last week as well, that's a surefire way to, you know, so don't answer them. Don't give them any sort of, they need to learn to look for themselves, right? We have to watch we're not spoon-feeding people that don't deserve or don't do any work themselves, right? Like, I sort of have the philosophy, I'll help those who help themselves as well. If you are trying to learn, I will bend over backwards and give you the shirt off my back to help you. But if you are expecting us to spoon feed you and give you all the answers and not do any research on your own, no. You know, I will sort of say, okay, well, I'll do leading questions. Well, what do you think you should do in this situation, right? And force them to start thinking that way. And I do believe it's me doing them a favor versus just being a bitch about it. I don't want to be that way. But I do think a lot of people have lost the ability to subjectively think things through and think, how do I do this? Because we become an instant gratification of Google will tell me, or I can YouTube it, where you probably learn more and you'll retain it more if you try and fail, and then go to those as okay, what did I do wrong kind of thing. So.
And Danny wants to know, what type of boarding is it? Like an Airbnb?
Well, in here, it's a condominium that we're in, a one-bedroom condominium, and it has a full, as you can see, a full kitchen. And it's the same at the other one we're going to. It's a lovely couple from the UK. They have bought a house in Montenegro. They live in the, I believe, top floor, and then we'll be on the second floor, and then they also rent out the bottom floor. However, our stay is going to be unique because we are pet sitting for them. Well, they're gone back to the UK for Christmas and such. So we are really looking forward to that. But it's like an Airbnb. They put it out there for rentals on bookings.com, Airbnb, and that sort of thing. A one-bedroom condo, basically. Think of it in an apartment building. Here we're on the second floor. The elevator doesn't work, but that's okay. We've got some exercise coming up downstairs.
Popping the calves. Emily, that's 260s and 160s. The 160s are around the head.
260, 260, 160, 160, 5-inch, 160.
222151.
No, 221151, and this is a 260 that just a snuggle.
Right, that's what I.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, any other questions? I'm happy to answer.
Like spammy your designs for inspo. Yeah, I hate those.
I hate that one too. Oh, if you can't do the work to, we're supposed to be creative, artsy people, right? That's why we're in this industry. If you have a client saying, oh, I want a Bluey design, and you go to other designers and say, spam me with your Bluey designs, you're just going to copy theirs, right? That's not what this is about, people. You're supposed to come up with your designs. It can be based on ones you've seen, but don't be lazy like that. Go Pinterest, man, Bluey balloon designs, and you can find all of them. You know.
What do you do when a client wants you to do their baby shower? I asked theme and the I got the slow connection. Theme, and the answer is no theme. In this case, I just do my own
Typically,
design.
my first question is, if they don't give you a theme, of course, what's the theme? Sometimes it'll be Winnie the Pooh, I've seen them all. Honeybees,
one little camper,
there's
one cool dude.
There's a lot.
Or
if they don't have a theme, like a lot of bridal showers or baby showers won't be themed, I ask for a copy of their invitation. Nowadays, everyone has a digital copy. If not, if they have a hard copy, they can take a picture and send it to you. Then I base the colors off of their invitation, okay? Because that's typically what they've given to the cake decorator, and that we can become cohesive that way. And then I'll pick and choose the colors. Sometimes I will blow up a sample of colors, balloon colors, to send to them. It does get easier with the more you've done, because like say you've done 5 or 6 cheer board setups, right? Or sail boards for our UK clients. You can send them and say, I can do this style of design, but in these colors. And that usually will get you where you need to be. But yes, I love those ones that say, you do you. And I'm like, thank you, because that is so much easier. Just be careful with sending mock-ups. You've all heard me say it before. It can set in stone in their brain the way it's supposed to look. And say you decide as the artist that, oh, I want to do it just a little bit different, or we all know the balloons sometimes have a mind of their own and it goes up separately, especially if you're in a not a panic situation, but a rushed situation where you've got to get it up. You only have the room for an hour for setup before, or we've had as little as 30 minutes, 20 minutes for a setup, and you're rushing and it doesn't come together quite the way your mock-up was. You can get yourself in trouble where they're like, well, it's not the way you sent the picture to me. I don't like it. And in which case you're just pulling your hair out. You don't want to do that. So I tend to avoid mock-ups. I'll send a picture of something I've done before, or even if it's in a private conversation, you can send someone else. You can send one of my pictures, right? And say, well, I can do it similar to this, okay? I can take inspiration from this and give you a similar design, okay? Where you have to be careful poaching other people's pictures is if you're putting them up and claiming them as your own. I have done it many a times where they want a specific design or a theme that I've never done before, and especially starting out, or it's a new theme that's come along, right? Well, you've seen it out there in the world. If in a private conversation, you can say, another talented balloon artist did this one, but I can do it similar to that in your color scheme or something like that. You're not taking ownership of it, okay? And it's in private, you're not blasting it out. Hey, look what I did. That's where the problems become. The shenanigans start, and the whole balloon world gets up in arms. Oh, did you see so-and-so's using other people's pictures? Oh, and then the negative reviews come. You know, we all sort of band together, and it gets to be a thing, which we don't want to do. But like I said last week, shenanigans are not welcome, right? So it's okay to share in a private message other artists' pictures. Don't claim them to be yours, but say, this is an inspo picture I found. We can do something similar, okay? And that's okay.
Yeah. Well, sometimes clients will send
it to you too.
Do exactly like this, and it's like I can do similar.
Yeah. Say it'll be. I used to say it's Tess's take on it, and alliteration.
Well, Maureen's seen your stuff out there, and
yes, a lot of people.
Hey, can you do something like this?
I have had mentees, Maureen, one of them, Melissa, another one, where they get my pictures from their clients saying, hey, can you do this? And they'll send it to me. Hey, my client wants this. And I'm just here giggling. Well, that was my design. I can help you with that. And that's a wonderful compliment to me. Nothing makes me happier. But once you put your pictures out there for public consumption, it can happen. A lot of people watermark. I don't watermark mine.
Well, you can now use Google Lens.
Yeah, and find it.
out.
Yeah. And they can get rid of your watermarks. The background remover, you have to basically put it over your full design, and then it makes it more difficult for people to appreciate it. I don't know.
Now with AI, they can remove easily.
So you just sort of have to be proud of your work. If someone copies it, don't get too. If someone recreates it, that's a compliment. If someone posts your picture and say, "Hey, look what I did," that's a whole other situation.
Right, your mom's pissed off for you.
Yeah, my mom has seen a couple that are very, very, very tightly copied versions of stuff I've done, and my mom will send me this. Did you see this? They took your design. I'm like, Mom, it wasn't my design, but it's okay. We all come up with different versions of the same thing, right? It's like saying the person, I don't even know who came up with the distorted flowers. Like, who was the first person to do that? I couldn't tell you. But we've all dabbled in distorted flowers. I've taught classes on it, right? Ownership of a style, a technique is impossible. So don't get upset if you come up with something and they can't.
The crescent.
I was one of the first ones to do the crescent or the hug, and I love that everyone has made it their own. So it is what it is. You have to take it as a compliment. Just
making me come up with the freestanding garland stands,
yeah. So there's things, but it's a compliment. I choose to look at it that way, and no one could ever convince me otherwise. But any other questions? I told you I would be pissed if I didn't get credit. Yeah, and you can be pissed if you get credit if it's yeah. And I've done that. I've had one lady. It was a Harry Potter design. No, was it Harry? Someone a theme design, and a mom wanted exactly like it, exactly. So I post the picture, and I tagged the original designer that I got the inspo picture from. I said, my client loved your design so much they had me recreate it. I hope I made you proud. Okay, you have to give credit to the original, right? Or you just don't post the picture. Okay, but it's okay to duplicate someone's work. Don't post the picture claiming it as your own, right? Because there are clients that want it exactly the same, but always give the disclaimer, it's not going to be exact. Okay?
Well, we had one client that wanted the exact same thing multiple different times.
Yes.
And you got tired of making it, so then you made Jesse make it.
Yeah. That was my MO. I get production work is not my favorite, right? When you're making this, and we were doing volume, in our busiest times on a Saturday, we were sending out 25 different orders in a day, and some were smaller, some were, a number stack, and some were grab-and-go garlands, and some were big setups. It was a mixture of them all. And so that's a lot of production work, and I would train my daughter to do the reproductions. I would come up with the original design and she would reproduce it.
Yeah, I was out there driving so much that I could go through a 25-hour book in like a weekend.
When he drives, he listens to books on tape, audiobooks. Thank you. I'm old. I say books on tape. But yeah, he would listen to whole audiobooks in a weekend, just driving around to all the different. Because we had a 1 hour 15-minute delivery zone, like a buffer around our house. It was, or our studio, an hour and 15 minutes in either direction. So sometimes he'd go from one way far away to the other one, depending on. I had full-on delivery schedules where we would have to try and make it work with the client's requested delivery time and where he was going to be for the other one, and could we load that in the van? Like, it became a logistical nightmare some days, and but it was fun. It was exciting because it was sometimes you need to be there in 15 minutes. Oh my God, you know,
and I'm just do. What
then,
time is it?
Yeah, and then the inevitable. Oh, I just blew a tire on the 401. Okay, hold on. Let me call the client, and yeah. So sometimes it can get chaotic, you know. But it was a good chaotic, and we made a ton of money. 6 figures every year, and but that's because it was our 7-day-a-week job. Yeah. Okay, we worked it. We wanted it that busy, but yeah, we were hitting $250,000 a year consistently for 5 years. So.
Here you go. Denny's asking, what about when designers do a design and suggest you try it to better your own designs?
That's different. Yeah. That's different. But then when you post it, tag them. Hey, I did. This is my take on your design, and tag them. You know, that's part of that is a marketing strategy. Okay, part of that is a marketing strategy. Randy and I get to see now from the back end creators. Okay, I can do that. I can say, hey, I did a snowman. Let me see what you do. Okay, it ups our number counts. Okay. It's called clickbait or content. What do they call it? Creating content. I don't know. Anyways, it helps our numbers. Okay, and that's just the same in the world. The rage bait, right? You see all that where they post something completely controversial, and all they're doing is getting numbers because you get paid by the numbers. We don't. We're not signed up to the Creators Fund, but they. You know, they can pay that way. They can put the most outrageous things out there because so many people will be like, you know, it happens.
Yeah, we can't rage bait anyone to boost our numbers, so we need you guys to help boost our numbers.
Yeah, no, I would never do that. That is way unethical.
No.
My morals would never allow.
But actually, turning people onto the Looney Ballooney Learning Center will help us up our numbers.
Yeah, if you're out there in the groups and you want to give a shining endorsement or a Google review.
Maureen does it all the time.
And yes, thank you, Maureen. We see it. I see it, and I appreciate it. If you feel so inclined, those things do help us get noticed by more and more people. We are trying to grow our numbers because with that, I can get more clients and keep the free content coming for you guys. If I don't have paying clients, I can't do the free stuff too, right? So that is a thing that you have to take into consideration. Just like you post things on your page, you want the likes, okay? You want people to comment. Ask questions.
Maria
what do you think of this?
Always does, yeah.
Yeah, Maria always does. Yes, thank you, Maria, for sure. But yeah, that is the thing. If you want engagement on your social medias, put up polls. Which do you like better? The purple or the blue? Purple or the blue? Make them vote, right? Or because that will boost you in the algorithm. There's a method to the madness. It's not just for our egos. Believe me, my ego gets checked every morning when I wake up and look at this stuff. Reality bites every day. But that is the intention. You need to understand that that's how that works. So every time you click on one of my pictures, it helps me grow my brand, right? And I appreciate it, and I love it when you like it all. But it can. We talked earlier about your self-confidence, and Maureen said, "What's that?" Really, I have to get back on it, but I started my pictures of my old work that I was putting on. And some of the stuff I'm really proud of, and I get 4 or 5 likes, and it's like, oh my God, like, oh. And it's just because you all didn't see it, or you've seen my work and all that sort of stuff. But it does make a difference.
People do scroll on through and don't like stuff.
Yeah.
You'll look at something, enjoy it, and then scroll on past. Well, imagine if your work was like that on your page, and you're trying to get the likes and all this stuff. So you got to remember, you have to like stuff just as much as other people like stuff.
If you have a creator that you like, make sure you show them the love, because that's what keeps us here, right? It keeps us, all of these things cost us money.
The algorithm engagement is a thing.
It's huge. Randy and I have a meeting about once a week about how we can increase our engagement to get our numbers up, right? We're in this group. We are at 11,000, almost 400 in the group.
700.
700. Okay, so we're getting close to 12,000 people. And when I post a picture and I get from 4 to 14 likes on it, it can get discouraging, but you can't. I get so much love, self-worth. It fills me up doing these lives. I would never stop them as long as I can afford to keep putting them on. But it does cost us money, right? Randy's going to go all the way down to Greece to get me products so that I can make stuff so that you guys can see the content.
Oh, no.
So, I know, Randy's going to travel. But it's going to cost us a lot of money to do that. So...
Time.
And time. So, this is my heartfelt, hit the like button, follow, Google reviews, anything you can to help us out. I would really appreciate it.
Even on your stuff, Google reviews and Facebook reviews and all that stuff, that helps boost you and puts you more towards the top.
Yes.
As creators and people who need their content looked at by others, reviews are a big thing, and likes and comments and all that stuff.
Yeah. Right now, my goal is to get noticed by enough distributors where I can get invited to come and teach classes in person, right? And that is my goal right now. So, enough people loving our work, and maybe that'll happen. And that's my goal right now. That's what we're working towards.
Yeah, our main page, we're at 1,000.
Like all of our pages and stuff like that.
670.
Anyway, we've kept you long enough, and we've pleaded and explained a lot. But it does apply back down to you guys, okay? Because you're going to have to start doing this with your clients. When you post something, try to always ask a question about it. Try and have a leading so they leave a comment or hit the like. Ask for the follow. You have to, or else you're not going to grow. And if you don't, Facebook goes, oh, you're just a little guy, I'm not going to put you out tomorrow. Because every now and again we'll get, after Nozzle Up, and we had so much coverage from our Nozzle Up following, that we actually get a message from Facebook. You've been posting consistently and the high quality stuff. We are now going to boost your algorithm out to more people, right? It is in fact a thing. So you will have to do that for your own stuff too. Consistent posting. I preach about it quite a bit. Engaging questions, putting stuff out there that are going to make people hit that like. Yeah, that's why your pictures are so important. All right. Anyways, we've kept you long enough for tonight. Remember, next week, so starting Sunday, we will not be having the workshop, and then, or the workroom, sorry. And next Wednesday, because Sunday we go to the place in northern Albania, Wednesday we're traveling to Montenegro. It's just how it worked this trip. So there will not be a live next week. I'm so sorry. Believe me, I will miss it more than you. But we will be back here the following week. All right, I'll put up notices to remind you, but we will see you all very soon. I hope you enjoyed our little gnome time together and our frosty, and we'll see you in 2 weeks, and we hope you enjoyed this in your journey of ballooning yourself. Bye for now.
Bye.